Hey, I just want to say hello to all of you and thank you so much for joining me here today. I am really, really excited to share some really valuable information about just how medications can really impact the vital nutrients and what we can do simply and easily to manage, maybe even kind of avoid some of the effects. So, we're going to explore just how certain medications can really deplete some essential vitamins and minerals in your body. And we're going to address those deficiencies with some of the right nutritional supports and things you can do. And I think it's going to be really, really helpful during this time. Just let me introduce myself to everyone a little bit. I'm Dr. Nozella. I'm a doctor of education, super passionate about empowering people to be able to achieve the quality of life they desire. I'm a retired academic. I've taught nutrition and wellness for almost 20 years, writer, speaker, researcher, consultant now. And I'm like many of you, I just struggle to have that balanced life. I know women are not supposed to share their age, but at this time, I'm just really excited because 47 years ago, when I was so tired that I could not even get out of the bed, a doctor told me back then that if I didn't make some lifestyle changes, I'd have diabetes by the time I was 30 and possibly other chronic diseases. And so, with his admonition, I kind of returned to some of the healthful habits that my mom had taught me. And I began to study and research the most healthful habits to support the body. And the research today is really interesting because it's starting to catch up with what our ancestors had known all along. This year, I celebrated my 70th birthday, and I just couldn't have imagined that I would feel as good as I do today. I don't have many of the common health complaints that people are having. I'm not on any meds. I've avoided having any chronic disease that I'm at high risk for, and I'm not a statistic. And I'm just really excited that I found out God's gifts from nature and how they can help support my health. And I've been able to, use them when I've had acute health challenges. So I'm just really excited, just really grateful. And I wanted to share with you how you can make some of the best choices about your health and support your holy temple. Before we get started, I'd really love it if you would just write who invited you and is there anything in particular that you'd really like to learn today? And we're going to go ahead and get going here. I do want to make sure that's what I was looking for, this disclaimer. It's so important. What I'm going to share with you today is not intended to diagnose, to treat, or to cure any disease, okay? It's only for educational purposes. I'm a doctor of education, and I'm just dedicated all my work to discovering ways to help remove disparities and provide equitable care for everyone. My work starts with empowering people to have access to the information and the resources that they need to make the best decisions for your own health. I believe that if we work with the body the way it was designed and give it what it needs, the body will heal itself. And because we know that all pharmaceuticals have side effects, doctors often remind us to always weigh the risks with the benefits. That's something that I learned to do. And I've been appreciative to my healthcare providers who have encouraged me. Many of them are my friends. So let's go ahead and get started today with what we're going to talk about. First of all, think about all medications, as I said earlier, have side effects. And doctors always tell you weigh the risk with the benefits. And there are many imbalances that occur when we take medications, okay? They cause imbalance in our nutrients, imbalance in our minerals, and these will include things like weakness, fatigue, dizziness, memory issues, muscle cramps, hair loss, irregular heartbeat, even insomnia. Those are just a few of the things that oftentimes are caused by the side effects of a medication. So it's really important to always read the side effects when your healthcare provider suggests a medication to you. Okay. Many of us rely on these medications to manage chronic diseases, but it's also important to understand that these medications and the side effects can deplete your body of some essential nutrients. And so today, what I want to do is cover some of the most common medications that are used in the US and how you can better support your body by when you're taking these medications with nutritional support. Think about this. 64.8% of adults age 18 and older took prescription medication at some time in the last 12 months. And the percentage of adults that are taking prescription medication, it was lower among men than women. Okay, so for men, it's only like 58.4% versus 70.9%. Okay, well, but when you look at the different age groups, those 18 to 44, 38.9% of them took prescription medication. When they get to 45 to 64, it jumps up to 67.1% took prescription medication. But among adults that are 65 years and older, both men and women, it's the same. 89%, okay, are taking some form of medication. And this is really concerning. And that's whether it's antacids, antibiotics, beta blockers, diuretics, SSRIs, or statins, all of these. And so we're going to look at what these do and some of the nutritional deficiencies they cause and some of the things that you can do to fix that as well. So let's start with pressure medications like diuretics, okay? A common side effect is fatigue, okay, muscle cramps, irregular heartbeat, and your nutritional deficiencies of this causes is your potassium is going to be low, your magnesium will be low, calcium, vitamins B1 and vitamins D, those are all going to be low. And so you may have those symptoms of weakness, cramps, confusion, and irregular heartbeat. That can be caused by the medication. Okay. Now, the foods that you can add to your diet, that would include things like bananas or avocados or grapefruit or black beans or kale. Those are all things that will help with those deficiencies. So let's say you're taking beta blockers. Okay. Some of the common side effects of that are fatigue, muscle cramps. Paradoxically, they can sometimes even cause a slow heartbeat, okay, which is interesting. And some of the nutritional deficiencies can be potassium will be low, magnesium, calcium, vitamins B and D. Your doctor will tell you sometimes about the potassium, but keep in mind, doctors are not trained in nutrition. Some of them only have 1 or 2 hours of nutrition in all their schooling, so they just don't know what they don't know. But you need to keep in mind that some of the deficiency symptoms of this is weakness, cramps, confusion, and again, an irregular heartbeat can be caused by the medication. Now, some of the foods that you might want to add to your diet then would be your potatoes, oranges, tomatoes, mushrooms, almonds. All of those are really helpful. If you're on cholesterol medications, commonly your statins, you're going to see some common side effects like muscle pain and fatigue. The nutritional deficiencies include low coenzyme Q10 and possibly low vitamin D. And those symptoms that usually occur, a lot from these would be the muscle pain, the fatigue, and the memory loss issues people find. But there are some foods that help with this, and that would be things like liver, your eggs, almonds, salmon, peas would be good, avocados as well. That would also be helpful. Maybe it's an acid reducer, those PPIs, some people have been prescribed. Common side effect again is going to be muscle weakness and fatigue, the nutritional deficiencies, especially if you're doing a long-term use. Okay, it's going to be loss of magnesium, calcium, vitamin B12, and vitamin C. Okay, and then your symptoms are going to be that weakness or cramping, sometimes a numbness. Oftentimes, people notice a mood change, especially when they're noticing someone else, like an elder they're working with. It's just kind of a feeling of don't feel like they're thriving, that failure to thrive. Again, some common foods you'll see there would be blueberries. Kiwi's good for this. Broccoli, another one. Maybe you've been prescribed antidepressants, or you know someone that has. Some of the common side effects of it are going to be fatigue, weight gain, and memory issues. Um, Nutritional deficiencies are going to be folate, vitamin B12, sodium. Those are going to be low. And some of the symptoms, again, are fatigue, memory impairment, confusion, dizziness. And foods that you really want to add that are going to be some mineral rich things like sea salt, Himalayan sea salt versus your white table salt. Okay, it will not give you meet your sodium needs the way you want it to. And it's really important to have things like lemons, tomatoes, leafy greens. Those are great in terms of those nutrients that are needed. Maybe you're taking diabetic medications like metformin. Common side effects are tingling in hands and feet. Fatigue is common with that. Vitamin B12 is also a deficiency you're going to see there, and coenzyme Q10. Those medications cause that deficiency there. And you may have some dizziness, some confusion again, lightheadedness, seizures, even sometimes, and a weakness, and even sometimes a coma. So we have to be really careful with those. Definitely report that to your doctor. Foods to add to your diet would be things like salmon, chicken, tomatoes, oranges, broccoli, apples, eggs, all really good foods that you can add, having in. And then last one I want to talk about are birth control, oral contraceptives. Um, because this one here, um, the side effects can be irregular bleeding, nausea, headaches, breast tenderness, bloating, weight gain, mood changes. Um, the deficiencies include the folic acid, your B12 again, magnesium, vitamin C, your coenzyme Q10 again. And symptoms include sadness, insomnia, weakness, fatigue, hormonal imbalance, and birth defects as well. Um, and yes, foods like your berries, your bananas, your cherries, your oranges, salmon, beans, and nuts all are really helpful to correct some of those deficiencies, or at least help with that. It's really important to understand um, oral contraceptives deplete more nutrients than any other class of drugs, and what we can tell. And now women have been given birth control even at as low as age 8. Okay. And long time use, okay, we know people end up with vitamin and mineral deficiencies, and they cause major health issues. When I was in school studying nutrition, they told us that a woman should not be on a birth control any longer than 5 years. And then they stopped teaching that. They stopped telling women that. Dan Purser, Dr. Dan Purser, he says that one birth control pill adds 10 years of increased risk of getting breast and cervical cancer. And so this is really a concern. And we definitely want to be looking at those side effects and the nutrient deficiencies when we look at that. So let's talk about, I mean, that's kind of depressed. Let's talk about some of the solutions, okay? Because the symptoms of nutrient deficiencies are really important. And if you're feeling unusually tired and experiencing muscle cramps and memory issues or dry mouth, these are signs of deficiencies that have been exacerbated by medications. Okay. However, we know that some small changes in your diet can really help counteract some of these deficiencies, and really adding quality nutrient supplements and eating foods that are rich in your nutrients is really going to be key. So let me just give you a few specific examples of some nutrient rich foods and how you should aim to kind of consume them to meet those needs. You heard a lot about the leafy greens, okay, your spinach, your kale. These are really high in magnesium, calcium, and vitamin K. So you want to try to get at least 1 cup of raw or half cup of cooked leafy greens every day. Okay. Your fish, your salmon, mackerel, cod, they're excellent sources of vitamin D if it's a quality fish, and your omega-3 fatty acids. And it's beneficial to try to eat 2 servings of 3.5 ounces of fatty fish every week. And we know your nuts and seeds, like your almonds, your sunflowers, they are very rich in vitamin E. They're rich in magnesium. They're rich in your fatty, healthy fats. And so, consuming a small handful, just about an ounce daily, really provides you with a significant amount of benefit. Your citrus fruits, like your oranges, lemons, your grapefruits, they are just packed. I know you know this with vitamin C. One medium orange or half of a grapefruit a day can help meet your vitamin C needs. And then, of course, you've heard about the need for your whole grains, your brown rice, your quinoa. They provide your B vitamins and your magnesium. So you want to try to get at least 3 ounces of whole grains every day in your diet. So important. Now, I have to say that quality matters, okay? All supplements are not created equal. And over the 30 some years I've been dealing with this, I can tell you I have spent so much money on supplements that have just been worthless. So it is really important to choose a high quality supplement that can provide a comprehensive nutrient infusion that has been critically clinically proven. Okay, and we know the more it's closer it is to the natural food, the better it is. The more nutrients in the food that you get at one time, the better that supplement is going to be. The Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act of 1994, it allowed manufacturers to just kind of set their own dietary supplements without even providing any proof of their quality to the FDA. And so now it's really up to um, them to tell the FDA if a supplement is unsafe. So rather than the FDA making them prove that the product is unsafe before it's marketed, they can market it first. And then if it shows to be signs, and they can pull it from the market that way, which is not really great for the consumer. Okay. For example, you want to watch out like for fish oil supplements. Many brands will claim that they're heart healthy and they benefit, but they're not backed up with any research, with any trials. And there's really been some problems in the quality of the fish that have been in some of those supplements. A study published in the Journal of Dietary Supplements found that many fish oil supplements are rancid by the time they reach consumers, which really reduces their health benefits, and they actually cause a lot of fishy odor when you eat it. And this multi-year study also analyzed 72 over-the-counter omega-3 supplements, and they found out that the vast majority had oxidized and they were rancid, as I mentioned before. Um, and fish oil is supposed to be a dietary source of omega-3 fatty acids, but it's crucial that you're choosing a supplement that ensures you have a quality and that you have the freshness, or you're not getting the benefit at all. There are, however, some companies that care about the products that they're making. And I personally, I've been using green omega-3s. And over the years, it's been the best one I've used because it's from a trusted source and it's been researched. They've tested this in-house, but they've also tested it with a third party, which I like to see. And so the omegas that are there have been enhanced with essential oils, and the essential oils help with the assimilation. It also helps prevent oxidation. So it ensures that the supplement doesn't go rancid. Omega-3 fatty acids are essential, we know, for anti-inflammatory processes, for brain function, for circulation, and so much more. And since the body can't produce this essential fatty acids on its own, consuming a diet that's rich in omega-3s is really, really important. Um, and so that's why I really like the green omega-3. They're soft gels. They're so powerful. It's plant-based omega-3 supplement rather than being from the fish. They use the algae oil, uses a flaxseed oil, it uses a clove essential oil. And so it gives me a real potent dose of omega-3s. And each of two soft gel servings gives me 330 milligrams of DHA and 160 milligrams of the EPA, which really support the heart, the brain, the eye, the skin, and joint health. Um, I love it because it just has the key ingredients of the algae oil, as I mentioned, the flaxseed oil, and the essential oils. And as you can see, other omegas can often have fillers in it that are very harmful. They can really sometimes provide you with too much, more than what you really need. And the issue of them being rancid is really a concern. And then we found many that have been contaminated with mercury, very harmful. So you want to be careful when you're using those types of supplements. I just wanted to spend a little time, especially with the fatty acids going there. Now, um, we can go through a lot of supplements that you can take to work with your diet nutrient deficiencies. But for me, I personally like an easy button. Okay, I've tried a lot of things. I don't want to stand in the health food store and look through all those supplements. So I have found that I have one supplement that is so easy, and with my busy schedule, it just really works great. And so I really want to share that with you. Um, I want to use a powerful supplement that is plant based. I want it to be closer to the food. And so that is why I really like this Ningxia Red. It is a wolfberry puree, which means it's not just a juice. You're getting all of the fruit in the drink as you're drinking it. It also is just packed with antioxidants, and it uses other juices from blueberry, the aronia cherry, pomegranate, and plum juice. It doesn't use the real cheap apple juice in it. And then it uses just a natural stevia. I know a lot of people don't like stevia because what they're using is processed and it has kind of a weird taste. You can't even taste this in there. It uses some vanilla extract. And then it also infuses it with some very powerful essential oils like orange, yuzu, lemon, tangerine. We know how awesome they are for helping the whole body nutrition. And so here you have this one supplement that you're going to get a whole body nutrient infusion. Think about it. 1 ounce of Ningxia Red supplement was going to contain 4 pounds of carrots, 8 oranges, 2 quarts of carrot juice, 1 pint of orange juice, 2 pounds of raw beets, 2 cups of beet juice, and 3 cups of blueberries, and 2 cups of raspberries. Now, I know we like to eat, but who can eat all of that to get the nutrients that you need just in one day? And the thing that's exciting about it is usually you're drinking 2 or more ounces of your Ningxia day. So you're just going to be packed with nutrients when you do that. Um, but let's just think about it. What is this funny sounding food, Ningxia? Okay. Ningxia, it's a wolfberry. It's a goji berry. And yes, there are goji berries that are grown all over the place. But this one is grown in the province of China known as Ningxia. That's why it's called that. And it's more packed with nutrients because of the way that it's grown. Okay. In the area where it's grown, they don't have pesticides. They're getting spring water coming in. And in this province, 400% more of the people that are aging are over 100, okay, that live there in this part of China, okay? And this particular supplement has 18 amino acids. It has 4 major minerals, 17 trace minerals, and 16% protein by volume, which is really unusual for a fruit to have that much protein in it. It's just full of antioxidants and polysaccharides. It contains 6 of the essential glyconutrients, and those are the essential sugars that your body needs. And so it's really exciting because people have found that it helps really balance their sugar a lot. But just take a look at, if you want, you might want to take a screenshot of this slide. I don't like to have a lot of text on a slide, but this one I didn't know how to get all this to you. These are all the reasons why these nutrients are so important, and especially when people are taking meds that are depleting their bodies of the nutrients. Okay, I mean, think about it. If you have the amino acids that your body needs, you're going to help address muscle maintenance, tissue repair, immunity, control of your body processes. Your trace minerals, they're crucial for your body functioning. The trace minerals help transport oxygen to the cells, normalizing and growth of your nervous system, and it helps to repair tissue and bone. Calcium supports your bone health and it maintains your heart rhythm, your muscle function, and so much more. Magnesium, which we talked about, so many medications that deplete your magnesium, it supports the transmission of your nerve impulses and detoxification, energy production, and healthy bones and teeth formation. Potassium supports your fluid balance and it controls the electrical activity of the heart and other muscles. Sodium balances the fluids in the body, helps in correct nerve impulses that are so needed in terms of how your muscles contract. Your vitamin A, we know, is key for vision, for immune system, for optimal cell growth. Vitamin C also protects healthy cells, connective tissue, your immune system, your heart, your joints. Vitamin E is awesome for antioxidant. It protects your cells from free radical damage. Vitamin B1 supports your immune system, your heart, your nerve, your digestive system. It works with your mood. Vitamin B2 supports your energy level, your immune system, maintains healthy hair, your skin, your nails. It slows down aging as well. Vitamin B6 helps the body produce healthy brain and nerve function, formation of red blood cells, and it helps the body metabolize proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. And there's so many more that we're not even covering here. We don't have time to go into all the nutrients that are so important that oftentimes your medications are depleting, and whole foods, a really good whole food supplement, will help with that. There's so many people that have been using the Ningxia Red and have what I'm going to talk to you a little bit later about doing the 14-day reset. And they have seen, and you'll see in these testimonials that are here, they have seen how the Ningxia Red has really helped them with replacing some of the nutrients that they've lost in their medications. We talked we've talked so much about the importance of eating a healthy diet to help you balance those deficiencies from your medication. A balanced diet is like giving your body a toolbox full of everything it needs to just run smoothly. But sometimes even the best diet, we need a little extra help. And the research shows, the work I've been doing over the years, we've always showed that most Americans need some supplementation. They cannot get all the body needs from the foods they eat, especially in today's world. Um, but the question is, what? And I have just found by adding Ningxia Red to your routine, you're not only covering those nutritional bases that might be missed or due to the medication that you're taking, but you're also giving your body an extra edge, okay, with the other ingredients that are included. And the number one way to fuel your body and stay on track is by using a simple to follow system, something you're going to do all the time. And that's why I'm really excited about this step-by-step guide that we're calling the 14-day reset program, because this program includes a meal plan for you, and it can be just as simple or work with whatever your lifestyle is. It includes some checklists, it includes workouts that you can use, or you can just simply include your walking every day. And it includes the education that's going to help you guide step by step what your body needs. And so I just want to you to take a look at some of the wonderful testimonies you see there on the screen about the reset, what people have seen. And you may be thinking of others that you know would benefit from this. I mean, you see the lady here that shares that she's no longer taking some of her medications. She's got relief from some of her pain medications just by making some of these dietary changes and doing this reset and giving her body what her body needs. We see people that are finding that their weight is leveling out because they're beginning to have more energy, they're beginning to sleep better, and again, they're finding that they need less medication. One of the ladies found that her doctor was actually wanting to take her off after he did the blood work. He wanted to take her off of some of the medication that she was doing and lower it because he realized that now her body was working better on its own because she was giving it the nutrients that her body really needed. Here's some more testimonials on the screen that you can see. people, when they take their blood glucose levels, they're really seeing how those levels balance out. They go down oftentimes. I'll just tell you, I've been taking Nature Red. I've been drinking it daily for over 5 years. I've just been drinking maybe 2 ounces. But this year I started doing the reset, which actually we take for the first 3 days. You take about 12 ounces and then you move down to about 4 ounces a day. I started doing that, and those that know me, I inherited very poor vision. I have extreme nearsightedness and astigmatism. They diagnosed it when I was 9. Some doctors did not even think I would be able to see. They thought I'd be blind by now. And what had happened is my eyesight would get progressively worse every year. What I noticed is when I first started just drinking the 2 ounces of Ningxia, my eyes were making very little change. So I was going every year, but I wasn't having to change glasses, even though I was getting older. And the doctor was a little surprised with that because usually as you get older, you have more issues, right? Um, but my most recent appointment, after I have done the recess a couple of times, is the doctor said to me, "You know what? Your eyesight in your right eye has improved." And both of us were a little shocked. But we know that there have been clinical studies that have shown that Ningxia does help with vision. And here's some other things that we are really seeing that the studies are showing. It reduces stress by 23%. Studies that we've done. It improves mental well-being. All of these things. Think about the deficiencies that we noticed when people were on medication. It significantly increased their physical energy level by 35%. How would that be? Have a third of your energy level increased, okay? It reduces your physical limitations by 36%. It improves sleep tremendously. And we found an increased time that people were asleep on an average. It increased it to about 21 minutes a day, okay? And it really, really supported healthy inflammation response, and it supported and promoted healthy respiratory function. You can just scan that, take a picture of that, and read more about the clinical study, the actual research study, to learn more about how amazing the Ningxia has been and the research behind it. So how do you do it? Let's talk just a few minutes about the reset commitment. All we're asking is for 2 weeks, reset your body doing the following. Drink your Ningxia Red. It's a superstar antioxidant drink. It's going to flood your body with nutrients. Drink half your body weight in ounces of water. The water is so key. Most people are walking around chronically dehydrated because they just don't have enough water in their system. And then you're going to be eating clean, trying to eliminate some inflammatory junk foods. And we do that based on your lifestyle. There's several meal plans that you can choose from, or just begin to cut down on certain foods in your diet. And then we ask that you move your body daily at least 30 minutes, any way you like. And a bonus is I like to really help people with stress management because we noticed that just some simple stress management techniques have been so helpful with people. It's really simple and it's adjusted for you, so that you can add the simple habits in a little at a time and then see the results. And what's amazing about it is this is what you get. Okay, you get more than 8 meal plans, varieties that you can choose from. You can get a booklet, printables that'll help you stay on track. Over 14,000 people are in this community. So if you want that kind of support, it's available. There's a website, there's app access, workout plans. We have a nationally certified trainer that has put some plans together for people. There's monthly education that's there. And of course, I am available as well. In addition to the naturopaths, the scientists, the nutritionists, the therapists that have all contributed to the program. And we help you again with journaling, again with the stress management, mindset coaching, all of those things. When you choose to start the 14-day reset, all of that, you get all of that, okay? I still am amazed myself because I have known so many other programs and they require so much more and they're just so expensive. So I want to ask you, are you ready? I mean, it is so easy to start. Um, you'll need 102 ounces of the Ningxia Red, the reset kit. This is really nice. You see that kind of box because everything is laid out for you, but it only lasts you 14 days. So a lot of people like to get two. Other times, people like to get our Ningxia loyalty bundle because it'll last you the whole month, but it's not kind of laid out for you. Again, the booklet tells you what to take every day, and it is pretty simple. The reason many continue beyond the 14 days, as I did, because you start seeing some of the shifts. You see better energy, better sleep, mood improvement, all these testimonials that I have shared with you. And it takes some time for the body to adjust. Okay. So I want to ask you, think about this. Which one of these would you like to have? And then there's an additional bonus I want to share with you. The best part about this is you can help other friends, other family members that are having health concerns and that are on medications that are really depleting their nutrients. And we all know so many people that are sick right now and they're looking for answers, and this is just to me an amazing opportunity to help people. Think back on the testimonials. There's more, mine. I would just love for you to think about others that would be helped by this, and you can write their name in the chat. You can let them know, but think about how you might invite them to come along with you on this reset. They can be in our group. You can do it on your own. We really would like to support them. And what's more, the added perk is you'll get paid back a little bit. So you can share with them. And for everyone that orders one that you enroll with the friend, you get $58 back. Okay. So actually you can have your own reset paid for as you're helping others do it as well. And I just don't think it gets any better than that. Um, Take a picture of the QR code. It'll take you to the link where you can easily order your kit or order your Ningxia if you'd like it. It'll also tell you a little bit about the green omega-3s that I just love. And so it'll take you there as well. I want to thank you so very much for being with me today. If you have any questions, please contact me. Here's my website here. I am going to stay on the call after we stop the recording just a little bit to answer any questions you have. Thank you so much. I really pray that you prosper and that you are in good health. Enjoy this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weather.